Hey guys, Joe Fish here, and I've got Barrel and Blade, Operation Into the Woods. Let's check it out. Alright guys, like I just said, I've got Barrel and Blade, I've got level 2 here. I'll also go over level 1, which, if you're familiar with Barrel and Blade, you're aware that level 1 and level 2 are usually almost the same. Level 2 usually is everything in level 1 plus a few items. It can also be the same amount of items, but like one of the items in level 1 an upgraded value. Case in point, they had one, I don't know, last year some point in time, you had the same amount of items. However, the level 1 had a lower quality hydration pack, and the level 2 had a real expensive camelback. So that's kind of how Barrel and Blade works. I have level 2, but I'll also go over level 1 and kind of show you the differences. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the first item. Item I like. Looks like my dryer's done. Alright, so first up we have, by Rothko, is the map and document case with a $20 MSRP. This says waterproof map and document case. Let's check this out. I like this because, and I'm going to make a video on this here shortly, pre-trip planning. That's what I'm going to get into. With technology this day and age, almost everywhere you go, you have some sort of cell phone signal. However, if you live in an area like mine, you don't have that. Right off the bat, I like the quality of it. Just unfolding it, I could tell it's very durable canvas material. However, this waterproof, but it's got grommet holes. So, I mean, I can understand it because if something gets damp, it gives it some aeration so that way it doesn't get moldy. And I guess they did send out some bags, so let's check this out. Yeah, alright. Never mind. The holes have bags. Alright, well, it's less waterproof than it is water resistant, but it's not bad. And I can, you can take this and literally just put a piece of tape over it on each side, put a piece of tape on the inside, and boom, it's now it's waterproof. So I don't know why they would give you bags but have holes in them. That's a mystery to me. Alright, I get it. Whatever. Next up we have the Aquamira water filter straw. I have another one of these. I like it. So I have another one. And this will filter up to 30 gallons of water. Also, I'm going to get into survival pack training so you can keep track of this stuff. If you drink, let's say, half a gallon of water, how do you know? You're going to put this back in your bag, you're going to forget. The next time you get out, you might drink a course of a gallon of water. And the next time a gallon of water, and a half gallon. And you know, how do you keep track of how much before this is no longer doing its job? So we'll get into that part of the pre-trip planning. The Rothko waterproof map and document case, they gave that a $20 MSRP. The Aquamira straw, they gave that at $12. Next up, we have the Brunton True Arc 3 compass. Also another great item to have, and we'll get into, I'm going to make another how to plan a day hike or be prepared for your day out in the woods type of scenario. And it's just, and this isn't anything, if you're planning anything super extensive, you're going to want to have, a Garmin GPS or something like that. But if you're just, let's say you want to explore your backyard or some state game land that's just up the road from your house, how do you know you won't get lost? I don't know. We'll get into that video later on. And you can find a lot of maps, topographical maps and so on Google Earth, Google Maps. You can print them out, take them with you, and be prepared. And I'll show you how to kind of chart out some sort of a little course, or so, if the directions you're most likely to take based off of the lay of the land. And like I said, we'll get into that later. Next up, we have a Smith Pack Pal Tinder Maker and Fire Starter. Now, this is already open because I actually started to make this video the other day, and it was about 5, 6 o'clock at night. Had a hell of a storm going on, and I was bored. Nothing else was going on. The internet kept cutting in and out because of the storm, so I was like, I'm going to make this video. Well, about 5, 6 o'clock at night, like I said, power cut out. So, and it was black in here. This is pretty cool. This isn't something necessarily I would take with me. This was something that I would use for pre-trip prep. And if you have something like this, a little waxwood stick, it's real simple, just like a cheese grater, guys. You really can't mess it up. It really wants to dig into that. When you're done, so you just work your way on that, you got yourself some fire starter. So pretty cool item. We're giving that, let's see here, $12 value. That's not bad. It does have a striker on it, so I could see that. Smith says good, high quality. So we'll go from there. Like I said, this isn't something that I would necessarily take with me. I mean, maybe in a camping pack or a camping kit, but as far as like a bug out bag, maybe not. I don't know if I would take up pack space. I mean, this whole thing, I could pack a whole lot of fire starter and then just keep going from there. But I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? It depends on the situation, I guess. Next up, we have the Wazoo Survival Tracking Bandana. Now, I'm not a huge fan of these type of bandanas, only because for a $15 MSRP, I think you could probably throw in 1, maybe 2 small books, and you could even double down. You could do, oh, hold on one second. I think someone's coming to the door. All right, false alarm. I thought that was the mailman. You could double down and do maybe animal tracks and, I don't know, edible plants booklet, you know, something like that. This is kind of it would be a neat item to take with you and to, you know, if you had your kids with you or maybe some Boy Scouts, which I'm going to get into a little Boy Scout thing that I'm trying to put together right now. It would be a neat little learning tool, something easy that you could pass around and you don't have to worry about it getting damaged or ripped, or, you know, if you get dirty, you can wash it, that type of thing. As far as the pack goes, maybe I would use it for some shading on my face, on my head. I am bald, so too much sun exposure on the head, and I have blistered the bejesus out of the top of my head before, just not realizing how sunny out it really is, and it was been bad. I mean, real bad. Very worst, at the very least, you could use it as water filtration or a small bandage. So, I mean, it's not a terrible item. It's just for $16 and for what it's trying to do, I think you could probably get a couple small booklets that would achieve the same, if not more, information. You would be able to attain the same and more information. So, that being said, we will go into the Fisker's Axe Sharpener with a $14.49, so let's just call it 15 MSRP. So, not bad. I've actually seen this before. Literally all you do is you take your axe head and you just roll it back and forth, and it puts an edge on it. As far as an axe or hatchet goes, you don't want a razor sharp edge. You just want something that is just enough that it's going to dig into your wood and split it. All right. So before we get into the last item, we have a bonus. So this is not on the card, but I'm going to probably put a $20 value on this, and that is the Behemoth Stormproof Sweetfire Fire Starters. I like Sweetfire, but I don't at the same time, because some of the ones that I've dealt with have been real fragile. Meaning fragile, taking this and trying to strike it and it busts off, or trying to strike it over and over again, and then finally it goes. It's hit and miss for me in my own personal use of these, but I don't think they're terrible. Looks like you get 3, 6, you get 9 of them, so that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome value to the box, that's for sure. Yeah, not a bad item. And also when you're done, you can use this tin to put a fire starting kit or fire starter in. So not a bad item for like a camp. All right, 1 second. All right, sorry about that. What I thought was the mailman was actually my mail lady, and I thought it was weird that I heard someone pull into my driveway, but nobody came to the door. Turns out it was our milk and egg lady. So, all right, next up we have the CRKT Nobu. Just kind of, all right, let's scoot this whole thing back. All right, I can't really show you, darn it. This has like a topographical map pattern to it, and I was going to kind of show what I was talking about over here, but you can't really see it on the camera, so we're just going to skip that and go right to the axe itself. Very lightweight, very nicely finished. I mean, it's got a little, it could have been done a little bit smoother. I can feel some spots wanting to catch where it could have been smoothed out a little bit better, but oh well, I'm not upset about it. Alright. Get rid of the do not eat. And basically, all you're going to do is fish this through here, take it out, pound it on a hard surface, and you got yourself, ooh, that edge is not, it's got a heck of a burr from here to here, and then under here it's fine. You know what? We got it. Let's try it out. And that burr is gone. Wow. So, alright guys, there we go. They're giving that a $70 MSRP, which you could probably find a lot cheaper somewhere else, but all in all, the quality of it, just, I think, in my opinion, this is a pretty awesome box. And has a lot of stuff to get you started, get you motivated, get you out there, get you doing something. That being said, I have a subscriber, one of you guys out there. You may have seen him in the comments of some of the videos, but he is a scout leader, and I can't think of the troop name off the top of my head. I'm going to make a separate video for that. I just wanted to mention it in a video before I make the actual video itself. I'm going to make up another an email that you guys can go ahead and shoot me up. I'd like to get something together for this guy. This Boy Scouts it's a dying trend. It's a dying faction in this world today that I don't think should go. I don't think that it should lose support of its American citizens. I think that almost every little boy should be in the Scouts, and just to learn, just to get out inside and learn something about nature. Anything. Learn how to build a shelter. Learn how to forage. Learn how to track. Learn how to fend for themselves in some weird scenario where they might be forced into this situation. Give them some sort of foundation where that they might be able to survive, if not for themselves, but to help someone else survive. And the Boy Scouts, although I was never a scout myself, I did do a lot of looking into it. My littlest brothers, they were in the Scouts, and the life lessons that they learned, they still carry with them to this day. And they didn't follow through, like they're not Eagle Scouts or anything like that. I think they did it till they were, I don't know, maybe 10, 11, if that. but the work ethic that they put into it, the pride that they got from going on these camping trips and building something with their hands, a fire, or I mean, even the little, if you do it for anything, do it for the freaking downhill races that they do with the little box cars or whatever. I'm going to get my boys into it as soon as they're of age, among other things that they're going to be into that I'm going to make sure they're into. But that is one thing that I think most, especially here in the rural areas where it is, I mean, you have more wildlife than you do the population of the town. I mean, I live literally 9 houses away from our high school, and 3 times now I've almost hit a deer from the 150 yards from my driveway to the back parking lot of the school. I've almost hit a deer at least 3 times, or had them run out right in front of me because I wasn't expecting it. This, yes, I'm in town, but I'm not at the same time. So if this is something that you guys would be interested in pitching in, donating something, even if you guys get any of these boxes, or if you just have stuff laying around that you don't want anymore, little pocket knives, maybe little fire starters, little flint and steels, anything at all. If you guys would be willing to chip in, I want to try and, it's a dying art in this country, and I want to try and preserve it any way I can, or help to preserve it any way I can, and I want to do my part in giving back. Unfortunately, I just took a whole bunch of stuff and got rid of it. I kind of cleared out my doubles and stuff that I have better items of, like, for instance, if I had, I had a lot of fire starters, I'm not going to whittle a stick to make a fire starter. I have a whole big bag of fire starting tinder that's like wax jute and sawdust mixed together, I have other versions of fire starters that I would use instead of this. This I kept because I'd already cut it a little bit and I didn't want to try. I wasn't going to get rid of it when I've already used it. So that being said, I will still do what I can. I have some little pocket knives. I might not be able to pitch in a whole lot, but I just wanted to bring the awareness out to you guys. And if anyone is willing to help out, I have an email if you want. I might even be able to help pay for the shipping. And I will once I get enough stuff, I will make a little video of the gift that we have for this troop and send it out. And thank each one of you guys for contributing, anyone who does or wants to. It's appreciated. If not, I understand. It's cool. That being said, guys, that's all I got for you. A pretty awesome level 2. I'm so glad that I got it. If you got level 1 instead of level 2, you would have gotten the map and document case, the filter straw, the compass, the tinder maker and fire starter, and the bandana. So you would have missed out on the axe sharpener and the hatchet. So, all right, guys, there you go. That's all I got for you. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. You guys know what to do. Thank you very much for watching. Joe Fish out.